Welcome back to the Cultured Corner. I'm here with Lois, so introduce yourself.
Hi.
Tell us about
Okay, hi, my name's Lois. I braid hair. I've been braiding hair since the end of 2019 or beginning of 2019, I can't remember. Yeah, the only reason I actually learned how to braid hair was because of my cousin. Because I thought to myself, oh, there's no point in me learning how to do hair because like my mom knows how to do hair and I have family and stuff. But I went to France to go see my cousins, and like on my last day, she was like, "Oh yeah, Lois, I'm gonna go get my extensions." I was like, "Oh, who's doing your hair?" She's like, "I'm doing it myself." I was like, "Wow, this is really embarrassing," because like she's like a couple of years younger than me. So I was like, "Cool, I'm gonna learn how to do my hair," and that's how I learned how to do hair because of her. So thank you, Lucy.
that. Makes sense, and that's cool. I only know because you see, like I always cut my hair, and hairdressers, your hair has to be this amount, this length. So I just had to learn how to do it myself, or wait for it to go before I get braids. But the Cultured Corner is all about like self-love and body positivity and confidence. So the first question that I ask our guests is, what is self-love to you? Like, how do you exercise self-love, and how did you come about like knowing that this is what I want to do to show myself that I love myself?
That's a hard question. Oh,
sorry. Maybe let me do like some of the conversation stuff just to spark some stuff in your mind. So I always say, like, obviously self-love is being able to put yourself first, and like maybe I need to actually read my notes. But being able to put yourself first. So obviously maybe when we're going through a harder time, there's certain things that we do that we enjoy, that we know, okay, this is going to help me lift my mood up, or this will help me get back on track. So what are some of those for you? And then how did you come into the process of knowing, okay, I can do this now? Because, you know, sometimes when we're in that space, it just feels like nothing's possible. We don't want to do anything, literally.
For me, like when I'm in those type of moods, I just start praying because I feel like I need to like empty myself out because I just have like a lot of things going on. So I'll just pray about it and ask the Lord just to guide me. Or I'll listen to praise and worship. With that, I'll just go roller skating as well, because that's a great way to release stress, or if I'm ever angry and stuff. So if I don't like, I'll try to learn a new trick. If I don't know how to do the trick, I'll just get all my anger out on that. I was like, I'm gonna learn how to do this, or I'm just gonna put myself to do that as well. Another thing is like, I treat people the way I want to be treated as well. If I'm feeling some type of way, I want to help other people as well. So if there's a situation where someone's feeling sad or needs some help, I'll be like, okay, what do you need? Because I feel like if I'm feeling some type of way, I'd rather see someone else happy. And by them being happy, I get some form of happiness as well. So I can, that's what I usually do.
That selfless spark, I guess. Okay, that was actually a really good answer. I don't have
thank you.
Follow-up question for that. But then the next question is to do with confidence and how your confidence affects you, like as an individual, then as a daughter, as a friend, as a family member, as a business owner, and all aspects of your life.
I feel like my confidence has shifted a lot in the past couple of years, especially with the pandemic. Because I remember before the pandemic, I was like a really, really thin. You know, like one of those girls who like really petite, like, oh, have you eaten yet? I was one of those girls. Yeah. Because I ate so much food. But like due to the pandemic and like me taking the pill, it just made me gain so much weight and then made me feel really, really uncomfortable. So sometimes I have to remind myself, okay, cool, you're not the same. Oh my gosh, she's calling me.
So I was talking about confidence, I believe. So yeah, how confidence affects you.
Yeah, it's like how I was saying, how I gained a lot of weight. Yeah. I just felt like very uncomfortable because I had never been like this big before. Things, I'm not even big. I'm just a bit thicker than I was before. And I'm not used to that. So like I have to remind myself, like, Lois, you're still a babe. Like, okay, cool. You might be a bit thicker, but it's okay. It's like I have to remind myself, like, okay, you might be a bit bigger, but like you still look fine, you're still a babe. Like I have to legit look at myself in the mirror. I was like, see what you see right now. In a few months, you'd be like, you looked perfectly fine.
Exactly.
Like, don't listen to these thoughts in your head. It's not that deep. Keep it pushing. And even with like my clientele as well, like sometimes I'm like, when I get new clients, I'm like, can I even do this hairstyle? Am I even worth it? Can I even do these other things? I used to remind myself, there's a reason why people are coming to me each time to get their hair done. There's a reason why people think, oh, I like the way you're doing your hair. Even with me releasing a product as well, I was getting really nervous because I've seen other people release like creams as well. And I'm like, would anyone want to buy mine? Like, what's different? I'm like, okay, there's a reason why people are enjoying it. Because every single appointment I put my products on clients, people have asked me to like buy it. But I'm like, oh, you can make it yourself so easily. But I need to remember, not everybody wants to make it. Just sell it. So I have to like keep on telling myself, listen, you got this, okay? Stop doubting yourself. I'm still telling myself to this day, like, stop doubting yourself. Even with this podcast, I was like, oh, can I even answer anything? What are people going to think? I need to like stop doubting myself. Like, get a grip, keep it pushing.
That's basically what the podcast is for me. I always second guess myself a lot and say that, oh no, I can't do that, but why can't I do that? Of course I can.
Exactly.
Literally. That's really good though. So talk about confidence and starting your business, and like, obviously it's one thing to be able to do hair, but then it's another thing to say, okay, I'm going to actually make something of this and make an Instagram page and choose the name.
So at first, I was like kind of like nervous about doing other people's hair. So I got some girl from my rugby team. I'll just practice on her head, and I'll end up using some of my friends' hair. They're like, you should like do this on like post your like stuff on Instagram to show other people can do hair. And I'm like, I'm not really ready to do that. But they just kept on pushing me. My mum kept on pushing me as well. And I was like, cool, let me just try it. If people don't like it, they don't like it. If they do, okay, it's something new. So like, even like to this day, I keep on having to push myself, like take pictures after your client finish, like you finished doing your client's hair, show it to the world. Like, you can do hair, show it. So other people see, okay, she can do hair. I want someone to do my hair. Let me go to Lois, get my hair done. It is hard. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes self-doubt is real. Self-doubt is so real.
Honestly. And I feel like a lot of people looking in from outside think that once we start the business and because we're posting and stuff that it's there and it's like, oh my God, how did they do that? But it's with every single post, like, oh, should I post this or not? Does it look good enough? Or like trying to reach that perfection, especially because everything on Instagram is so aesthetic. I'm always trying to think, okay, how can I...
It looks perfect as well. And I'm like, how you do that?
I want, exactly. So being confident and finding that trust that my content is good enough to be out there, and if I like it, then someone will like it.
Exactly.
So the last question is about self-belief and how to maintain self-belief. So obviously you spoke about affirmations already, and like telling yourself not to doubt yourself and that you do look good, and just saying things to yourself in the mirror. So what else do you think is key to building self-belief, or how would you advise someone?
For me, again, it's prayer. Prayer is a massive thing for me as well, because like, especially when I'm feeling down or I don't know what to do, I'm like, do you know what? Close your eyes, just talk to your God, and it really just helps. Like, I feel like all the weight that I have, he just lifts it out, like up for me as well. And not even that, prayer, speaking to my family as well, speaking to my loved one as well, they really do help. But then again, it's always down to you as well, because like you can listen to other people talking to you, but it's up to you if you're gonna like take it in and actually do something about it. There's like that phrase, what's that phrase called? Like, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't force the horse to drink the water.
Yeah.
Like, okay, cool. You can tell me like, okay, you look great, you're great. I was like, okay, cool, I'm great, but I don't feel like I'm great. You need to listen to it. If everyone's telling you that you're great, there's a reason why they're telling you that. They're not saying it just for bands.
But then also that thing of like confirming it for yourself, so that if people say that you're great, you can say thank you and appreciate it, but know that it's already true. And then if people say that you're not great, you can know that that's not your truth. If that's how they, that's just what they. Well, that's the three main questions. I guess the last thing that I normally talk about is, what is the best advice that you've ever received, and then what's the worst advice that you've ever received and why?
My worst advice is like, you should bring your prices down, they're too expensive. Don't do that. I'm cheap enough. I'm cheap enough.
Yeah, my waist beads were like £4.
Like, I know that I'm cheap already. Some people, they don't like my prices. It's not some people, it's mostly like the aunties who don't like my prices. And I'm like, I know my worth. I feel like I'm not too expensive. I feel like I'm affordable, especially for students as well. And then sometimes I tell myself I need to bring up my prices, but I'm like, I'm still wanting to make this affordable for other people and also have an income for myself as well. So just because people say this, you're too expensive, I promise you you're not. I promise you you're not. If you're like, you're charging someone £50 for a bum leg braid, I promise you, babe, you're doing it at a cheap price. Some people are charging £100 for that. And look at America, they're charging $200.
My 16th or 17th birthday, I didn't plan what I was doing for my hair, so I just went to Peckham, and like the hairdressers actually standing.
Yeah.
Negotiate with them how low you want the price to be. So I paid like £30 for my braids. But exactly.
That's cheap.
But to understand that this is actually like a brand and a service, like you use your products on their hair and things like that. It's not just quickly, I'm gonna apply your hair and then you're gonna go.
No, you're getting the whole experience. Like, I make sure I moisturize your hair, you get a head massage and everything. I make sure that I want to make sure that when you come to my house or just come to me like to get your hair done, I want you to feel comfortable. We're gonna have a little chit chat. You got some water, I got some water, you got some tea, I got you that. I just want you to be happy at the end of the day. Like, you don't want to get your hair done and feel so uncomfortable.
It's true, literally. And then the best advice that you've ever received?
Just keep on trying. Even if you fail the first, keep on trying, keep it pushing. Like, there's been hairstyles that I've been trying and never got it, but I tried it again and I finally got it. Like the hairstyle, Senegalese, I hate that hairstyle with a passion, but I kept on. The first time I did it, fail. Second time, fail. The third time I did it, I finally got it.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I'm happy now. Would I ever do Senegalese twist again? Hell no. But but just keep on trying, seriously. Like, and not only that, but don't look at other people and compare yourself to other people, because you don't know what it took for them to get to that stage. Everyone has their own journey, and take your time. Like, for me, I need to stop comparing myself to other braiders or other stylists because they have this and they have that. Take your time. Like, the legit is no rush.
It's true. Actually, I was speaking to like these women the other day, and we were talking about failure, and someone was saying like she doesn't really see failure as a thing. She sees it more as a learning experience or whatever.
Yes.
And someone else was like, yeah, obviously it's a learning experience, but then there still are failures. But then how do you define what a failure is? To me, a failure, I can only fail if I give up. If I don't give up,
exactly.
I'm going to keep on working at it no matter what happens. Even if everything, the whole house burns down, literally, if you don't quit, you will get there eventually, so you can't fail. But how would you define failure for you, and how do you get over that? Like, what's your process of dealing with when things don't go your way?
I feel like if things don't go my way, I'm like, I just want feedback from it. That's it. So I would just like reflect and like, okay, what did I do wrong? And what can I do to improve that so that the same mistake doesn't happen again? Because again, like you said, failure is only if you stop. Everyone messes up our stuff. Now it's up to you if you want to bring yourself back up and try again. I'm so sorry, I don't take no for an answer. If you tell me no, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try again. I'm gonna come back, I'm gonna try again. Like, this is gonna get done.
No, that's good. And what I really like about what you say is that you internalize it. So many people that I speak to, like, they'll be like, oh no, but this person and that person or this external thing. And obviously there's things out of our control that we have no control over, but we can always take responsibility for what I can do. So if I know that I didn't give my best and then it doesn't work out, I'm going to take that on the chin as I didn't do good enough. Rather than, oh no, it's because this happened or this person done something or blah, blah, blah. But yeah, that was actually all of my questions. That
was so quick. I was so nervous as well.
You literally answered all of them perfectly, basically. So I didn't have any.
You're making me blush. No, I'm sorry. Thank you.
I don't know if there's anything that you want to share, or I guess we could do that. What would you say to your younger self or to younger girls, or not even just younger girls? Because what I realized is, like, obviously Culture Space is about body positivity and stuff, but then obviously that affects your confidence. And I realized a lot of like my insecurities would have come from older women in my family who just want what's best for me, but don't realize that the things that they're trying to put onto me are not even healthy. Like, they've just accepted it from our as well.
Mhm.
If I'm putting on weight and everyone's saying, "Oh, Ebony, like you're
You've
getting
really put
fat."
on weight. Ugh,
So,
yeah,
okay, I'm eating. What do you want me to do? Not eat?
exactly.
Um, I don't remember what. Oh, what would you say to women, essentially, not just younger girls, but older women too?
Well, the first thing is like you may have a plan, but sometimes that plan does not work out. Always have something to back up, or just try to do like little mind maps or something, or just okay, this didn't work. Let's figure something else out. Because I've had that already. Because when I was in uni, I had an expectation I was going to do this. That didn't happen, and I'm still trying to develop myself as well. I'm like, okay, this may have not worked out. I still have time. Like again, don't compare yourself to other people. Like this is one thing I'm trying to do for myself as well. Because you see, this person has their life sorted out. You don't know what. You really don't know what's happening behind closed doors. Yeah, like I promise you, you're not too old to do anything you want to do. If you want to try something, try it. You may have done one thing and you thought everything was going to work out. It may have not worked out. Try something else. Exactly. We have so many opportunities because like I feel like even if I go back home, I don't have the same opportunities that I do like in this country as well. So I'm telling myself like keep on trying and do not give up. Another thing is the whole weight thing. If your aunties and uncles and people in your family saying you gained weight, okay, I gained weight, and so what? You're hungry, okay, and so like I feel like you should only be worried if it now is affecting your health. If you gained a bit of weight, okay, cool. It's wintertime, we're cold. We gain a bit of weight, and so we'll lose it during the summer. And if you don't want to lose it, don't lose it. If you're comfortable with yourself and you're not harming yourself, do your thing. Don't worry about the next person because most likely they're pushing their insecurities onto you. Don't listen to that. I promise you don't listen to that because most likely they're jealous about something. They have like you have something they want.
And it wasn't until I was older that I realized and I actually stopped listening to whatever little jokes or marks that they all make.
Don't listen to it. It's not worth it. Don't listen to them. If you're happy with yourself and you're comfortable and you're not harming yourself, keep on doing it. And again, love yourself. And also, if you're in a situation when you're like people are not building you up but just breaking you down, remove yourself from that situation. I know it hurts, but just remove yourself. It's not worth it. At the end of the day, your mental health is everything. Remove yourself from a situation. It might be a friendship, it might be work, it might be relationship. You come first. Remember that. You always come first. Yeah.
No, that's like the perfect. I have no questions. This is like the best episode ever. But where can they find your business? Where you located? Promote yourself a little bit.
Okay, so you can find me on Instagram. It's TresHair_. So TresHair__ on Instagram. I'm based in East London, so Stratford. DM me, email me. Everything is just going to be on my Instagram. Also, I have a hair product as well. Yeah. It's a hair. Listen, this. It does the job. It's a hair moisture butter. I don't even know what it has in it because I've put so much stuff. It has shea butter, cocoa butter, coconut oil, olive oil, carrot oil, peppermint oil, jojoba oil, homemade rosemary oil, avocado, red pinto, and Jamaican black castor oil.
Yeah. It just sounds like everything.
Put this in your hair. Like if you finish it does the job and it smells really good as well. You just need a tiny bit. If you're about to braid up your hair or you just finished washing, conditioning your hair, put a bit on this. Put a bit on this on your hair. It does the job. It really does. A little goes a long way.
Everything that you said inside, I used to try and use everything individually, but now I'm realizing I'm consuming just all in one.
Everything's in one thing, and it works. It works very well, and it makes your hair really, really soft. I've had it for my customers; they all enjoy it. So yeah,
that's good. Well, thank you for coming, and thanks for joining me.
Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment, share with anyone who you feel like needs to hear it. And we'll be back with another one.